stop with the pillow fights. Maria, put down the magazine. Sticks, put down the headphones and drumsticks.
What?
Rudy, put down sticks.
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you. Now, before the chaperones arrive, I need to remind you that while we're on this choir trip, we'll be representing our
Families, communities, and God.
Thank you. Now, before we leave, I've invited Dr. Newhart to give us a quick once-over before we take off. Hi, Dr. Newhart.
But Dr. Newhart, you signed my medical release form last week.
Yeah, you said I was a perfect physical specimen.
Sure, Rudy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you cleared me for measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, scarlet fever, whooping cough, and any and all known allergies.
God bless you, Maria. And you're right. I completed most of your physicals. But before you leave, I'd like to conduct what you might call a spiritual physical. A spiritual physical? Isn't that an oxymoron?
What?
Bailey called her a moron.
I did not. No, Bailey said an oxymoron, which is a set of contradictory words like working vacation or jumbo shrimp.
Or clearly confused, which is what I am right now.
I'm sorry, Wendy. Let me explain. Your outer body is physical, while your inner self is spiritual. And even though those are opposites, one certainly influences the other. That's why I've come to give you a neck-up checkup. Story. Do you use them for God's glory? Check up, give us all the facts. We check up, show us how to act. Just how each part does a lot about our heart. You need a check up right now. What you gonna say?
movie reviews.
What?
Oh, Sticks, just listen to your music and rock on.
Hi. Hello, Seymour.
Ohio, Dr. Newhart.
And hello to you, my friend. Boys and girls, this is my audiologist.
Dr. Huachu Harasea.
And my ophthalmologist.
Dr. Seymour Eisenmind.
What's an audiologist?
I diagnose hearing problems, while my honorable colleague, Dr. Eisenmind, is
An ophthalmologist or eye expert. I take it someone requires an eye exam, Dr. Newhart.
I'm afraid so, Seymour.
I see. The girl with pile of television and pile of magazines.
Maria, he means you.
Don't interrupt me, Rudy. I'm reading Teen Talk.
I see. And do her eyes always dilate like this?
Only when she reads the horoscope, gossip columns, and fashion sections.
Do you have...
I see.
Dr. Hirasea, that's your patient with the drumsticks.
and what is his name?
He wants to be a drummer, so they call him Sticks. Sticks, take off the headphones.
What? Ohio.
Ohio's Japanese for hello.
Cool. In Florida to you. May I examine your ears, Mr. Sticks?
What?
So.
So, Maria, I see you like television.
Oh, I brought my little TV along to follow up on my soap operas. I mean, daytime drama, but they're nothing compared to the movies.
I see. And what kind of movies do you like?
Oh, all of them. Wouldn't miss a one.
I see.
Tell me, Mr. Sticks, how do you like your music?
Wow!
And your favorite songs are?
Wow!
And the words are always,
Wow!
Do you have a diagnosis, doctors?
Well, I see that Maria's reading and viewing habits imply a data deficiency.
while Mr. Sticks suffers from auditory overload.
What?
Too much noise.
You see, Sticks, besides the hearing damage loud noise can cause, you have to realize that everything you hear enters your mind.
Likewise, everything you see, Maria.
So what should I do for this?
Data deficiency. Just put the right information in your mind. We must think of our minds as a computer.
We must think of our mind as a computer and be very selective about what we program into it.
The Bible says we must be very careful about what we see and hear.
Careful.
Very careful.
Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. For the Father up above is looking down in love. So be careful, little eyes, what you see.
Input, output, what goes in is what comes out. Input, output, that is what it's all about. Input, output, your mind is a computer whose input, output, daily you must choose. Let the water be your sight. It will help you do what is right. Keep your eyes on lovely things, and you will know just why we sing. Input, output, what goes in is what comes out. Input, output, that's what it's all about. Input, output, your mind is a computer whose input, output, daily you must choose.
Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. For the Father up above is listening enough. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear.
Input, output, what goes in is what comes out. Input, output, that is what it's all about. Input, output, your mind is a computer whose input, output, daily you must choose.
Dr. Hirasaya and Dr. Eisenman are saying is that with all the sounds, images, and information available to us, we have to be very careful what we open our minds to.
I think I hear you, Dr. Newhart.
All right, Sticks. Just tune your ears to listen to good things, and your mind will think good thoughts.
As a matter of fact, Dr. Eisenman and I have studied many scriptures about the eyes and ears.
And do you have a favorite verse?
1 Corinthians 2:9.
Also,
I keep my eye on it constantly.
it is music to my ears.
Where am I going? Oh, I'm gonna hit somebody. Oh, what? Ooh.
Well, we can mark eyes and ears off our neck-up checkup, thanks to Dr. Eisenman
Anytime, Dr. Newhart.
and Dr. Hirasaya.
Karawacha, my good friend, and pleasant journey, children.
Bye, bye, bye.
So, when are we gonna get on the bus? I hear where we're staying has a weight room.
Wrong, Rudy. There's no weight room, and we have to sleep on the gym floor. Right, Wendy?
With lights out at 11. That's because we've got to sing the next morning.
Yeah, Bailey, but have you told everyone that for supper at McReynolds we're getting happy sacks?
Happy sacks. Those are for little kids.
Man, I don't plan on singing anyway. I might as well not go.
Really?
Come on, guys. Don't listen to Wendy and Winona. They complain about everything. Dr. Newhart, what do I do? Help is a phone call away. Betty? You just pulled up. Oh, great.
Betty. Who's Betty?
Betty Bittersweet, a speech therapist.
We don't need a speech therapist.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the way we talk.
There's nothing wrong with how you speak, girls. It's what you say.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Betty. I'm so glad to see you. Boys and girls, this is one of my best friends, Betty Bittersweet.
Yes, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, we'll be together whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
Cool. Let's hear another one.
Yeah, come on.
Betty's bit of butter made the bitter batter better. So Betty brought the butter to the batter maker's baker.
Can you do she shells, sea cells by the seashore?
Positively, but I propose that you personally practice that particular poem.
I'll try to help him, Miss Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Isn't that an oxymoron?
Now I heard you call her a moron.
Bittersweet is obviously an oxymoron. The word beckons from the biblical base that springs spout sparkling water, whereas our words can be bitingly bitter.
The Bible says just as bitter and sweet water can't come from the same spring, compliments and complaints shouldn't come from the same mouth.
But what about free speech?
Well, Wendy, suppose your sarcastic speech cost this kid's choir a tremendously terrific trip.
What does she mean, Bailey?
That everyone was happy until you two started complaining.
Well, I guess Miss Bittersweet wants us to hold our tongues.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're holding our tongue.
Demonstrating dramatically destroyed diction.
So what do you want us to do?
Totally tame the tongue. May I present a parabolic paraphrase? The trainer, he's man that animals all know. He flicks his whip and down they sit in Tom's big jungle show. This man had never met his match, but when the day did come, it was no beast he could not tame, it was Tom's own tongue. His tongue would not obey, because if in complaining no one knew what Tom would say. Tame your tongue, brother, tame your The trainer sat and talked while everything was dark. A careless word made Big Tom mad, and it set off a spark. Angry words poured from his mouth, destroying all around. And in the morning, Thomas and Little could be found. He took his whip, he took his chair, each animal and cage. But in his room they found these words on a tear-stained page.
Tame your tongue, brother, tame your tongue. The tongue is like a fire and great damage can be done. So tame your tongue, brother, tame your tongue. Tame your tongue, brother, tame your tongue. Tame your tongue, brother, tame your tongue. The tongue is like a fire and great damage can be done. So tame your tongue, brother, tame your tongue.
So, that's a make-believe story, right, Miss Bittersweet?
With a major more message.
But how do you tame your tongue, Dr. Newhart?
Girls, the book of James says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry.
In a simply succinct sentence, think before you speak.
God can help us control our tongues if we stop and give him the chance. What do you say, girls?
Well, women, we're waiting.
And we're thinking.
Yeah, thinking before we speak.
Alas, the lovely ladies listen.
He was very wise and gave us many sayings. But long after the problems, there lived a man named James. He wrote a little letter telling Christians how to live. And when it comes
If we may be slow to speak, please forgive us for complaining.
It's a done deal, my dears.
Thanks, Miss Bittersweet.
Have a terrific tour, my troubadours, and try to tame your tongue.
All right, bye, Miss Bittersweet. Now do you see how important our tongue is? We use it every day to taste, to swallow, to speak, and sing. Yes, God has given us all the senses we need to appreciate His beautiful world. Eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mouth to sing His praises. And one day we'll use each of these things to see, hear, and praise His only Son.